Hello, welcome to a very curious place. I thought today we'd try a vlog. Yesterday we talked pandemic movies here on YouTube, and I thought, let's do a vlog today. Mainly because I've run out of stuff to do things on. I mean, we could talk more apocalypse movies, we could talk pandemic movies, but why? We did that already. So yeah. And let's also not talk about the whole mess going on. Because, it's enough of a stressful time without having to rehash it and rehash it and rehash it. I also have no idea what these people are doing in the town where I live. There's just like people everywhere making noise, doing things. I'm sitting on the porch in my pajamas saying, didn't want to be awake now, but the pet food order came in, so I had to get up. Oh, at least it came in today like it said it was going to, and it hasn't rained on it yet, so yay. I think it's been especially hard it's been hard for everybody, but I think introverts to a certain extent are dealing with it better than extroverts. Just like, you know what, I happily stay at home away from people on a normal basis anyway, so I'm not really doing anything different than I would normally do. Now, am I stressed out because of the whole shopping and getting what I need? Yes. This last shopping trip, which I've been going out once a month, I went out once in March, and my intention was to go out once in April, but I've had to go out twice in April. But I've noticed a big difference between March and April shopping. March, not a problem. Went in, got everything I needed within reason. Even back in March, couldn't find alcohol, couldn't find hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, please. But everything else was pretty good. Shelves were stocked. It was all okay. Then April comes around, and it's like you just go into these stores with these barren shelves, and it's the little notices that saying there's limits on this and limits on that, and it's like, okay, crazy time, what the heck, people. And so yeah, that's stressful. And then having to deal with everything, like while dealing with anxiety and depression, and I do occasionally have panic attacks. I managed to control them pretty well. Just by basically telling myself, I can't deal with it, I can't fix it, so the heck with it. We're not going to worry about that. The OCD is the one that's really been getting to me because my OCD involves my hands. I have had a weird thing about keeping my hands clean since I was in my teens. Back then, I would wash my hands to the point where they cracked and bled in between my fingers and on my joints. So I had to train myself how to deal with that to where they wouldn't do that because I was so worried about getting an infection in my hands. And so my way of dealing with that is wet wipes and hand sanitizer to take the place of in between washings. Well, wet wipes, it's kind of hit or miss finding them. I did okay. Hand sanitizer, no, no, there's just none. There is not even any of the components to make hand sanitizer, which FYI, you would need an alcohol base of 70 to 75% at least, which means like you would need an alcohol that is like 70%, 70 proof. So like Everclear is what you would need. Okay. Every one of the liquor stores close to me is completely sold out. And I even told them, I said, listen, I'm not going to drink this. I said, I want it to make hand sanitizer. And they're like, oh, we don't have any of that. Apparently, this is the thing. Apparently, there's all the people in my area have found out that you can make your own hand sanitizer. And they're just like, let's do this. Because I was going to get some. I was going to make some. I was even going to do a video on how to make it. But I can't find any of it. Maybe next month. Who knows? But yeah. So the components are all gone. So when it comes to hand sanitizer, there is none. So I'm testing out this different product from Amazon, and I'm going to give it a couple more days, and then I'm going to do a video on it. And I think it's working out okay. You know, I have noticed that there are a few little issues that I'm having with it that I don't normally like, but you know, everything's a process, so we're gonna see. The only problem I do have with this product is that it's a little on the expensive side. So it's like basically around $6, a little bit over $6 a bottle. But, you know, okay. It does go quite a ways because it's a foaming product. So I'm like, I'm not going to judge it yet. I'm going to give it some more time. You know, and it's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of surreal. I don't know, it's just kind of like a surreal time. And this weather, oh my God, this weather has been nuts. It's just like, you know, the other day, 80s. Now it's like, you know, rainy and windy and it's dropping down. It's actually cold out here. I'm like, good Lord, I need a jacket. I mean, you know, I've been keeping the AC on in one of the rooms and then just fans, and it's been fine in my house. And I live in South Texas. South Texas in April, that's kind of unheard of. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It's keeping the electric bill down. Which is another thing, you know, bills and people are having such a hard time dealing with it. I know a lot of the YouTubers that are higher up, you know, and have a lot bigger channels, have been trying to help people. You know, I know Jeffree Star had been giving out quite a bit of money. Must be nice. Can't relate. Yeah. I wouldn't mind if someone gave me money, but you know, I don't have any to just start handing out to people. Yeah. And the way the algorithm is going, that's never going to happen. So, because the algorithm hates me. Funny fact, I actually get better views on Instagram when I post videos there than I do on YouTube now. Which is funny to me because when I started YouTube, I was getting 100, 200, 300 views a video, like within the first month, the first week, the first month, the first day sometimes. And then it was like somebody flipped a switch and it was like 2 videos, 1 video, 1 view, no views, you know. So it was like down from like 1, 2, and 300 to like 2 or 1 or 0. And it's like, okay, awesome, thanks. So for everyone watching the videos, I really appreciate you. You have no idea. But yeah, no, I'm getting over a dozen views at least per video over on Instagram. Just like I've had one video up, I just put it up yesterday and we're already at 13. And I've got a little over 800 followers over there. So, I mean, it's not that great. You know, it's not the 100, 200, 300 that I got when I first started YouTube, but what are you going to do? You know, so, it is what it is. But, you know, that's just how it is. That's just life. That's life. You know, so, I know it's just weird. And I was talking with somebody on Instagram and they were like, you know, I thought there'd be more zombies in this apocalypse. I was like, I know it's kind of disappointing that there's a distinct lack of zombies, you know. So I don't know. I do think it's difficult for people dealing with this right now, getting supplies. Darn mosquitoes. Just a lot of people are trying to order supplies and get them delivered. It took me like 8 days. 8 days to get the full pet food order that I ordered. It normally, I order it, it's in the next day. I ordered it on the 3rd. Today is the 11th. It just now finished coming in. I had one of the boxes come in yesterday. The rest came in today. I was like, this is crazy. Um, so yeah, it's crazy time. And on top of that, the upload times. My video yesterday about pandemics took 4 hours to upload to YouTube. And it's not just me, because I was looking at Peter Mon's vlogs, and he was talking about the fact that it's been taking him so much longer to get his stuff uploaded. And I was like, same. Yeah. It's just weird. It just seems like everything's kind of just odd. It's just odd. And I don't know, but where I'm at, it hasn't really changed that much. And I know we said we weren't going to talk about this, but we're not going to talk in detail about like issues and stuff like that. But it's just getting stuff delivered is taking so much longer. I needed to replace a DVD case. I decided I was going to put all my DVDs in cases so that I could actually find them and actually watch stuff. And so I bought this big 400 DVD case, and it broke within the first week. Zipper just like totally shredded, and it wasn't even filled yet. So I'm like, okay. So got a refund on that. Was gonna send it back. First off, they still haven't sent me the return thing. Then I find out that to order new ones, they weren't gonna be in until the 10th. April 10th is when they were gonna be in stock. So I'm like, okay, well that's not bad. And then I looked at it and they're like, but we can't get them to you until May 10th. Maybe. I'm like, what? Come on, seriously? And they were Prime. They were on Prime. But I ordered food and sanitary items like the hand cleansers that I was talking about with the hands, and some chai tea latte mix. Ordered that, got it like that. Darn mosquitoes. But yeah, so sanitary items, cleansing items, food items coming right in. Other stuff pushed back, way back. And it's like, okay, well I get it. I do. That seems a bit lengthy of a waiting process, so, but I get it, you know. But I don't know, it's just been weird. It really has been weird. And since the weather has been so off, I have not been doing anything outside. My allergies are just killing me. And yet when you go in the store, you worry about like sneezing or coughing or anything because people already flinch when they get close to you. The crazy thing, when I went shopping on the 4th, I went in a small Walmart's. Oh, sorry, I'm checking the temperature because it sent me up a notice about temperatures. So I went in a small Walmart's because I was on my way to do my laundry. Washer's still broken. And so I went into this small Walmart's. I thought, I'm going to just get what I can and then go. And so I'm doing my rounds, just quick, not taking time or anything, just boom, boom, boom. And I noticed that whenever I would get too close to somebody, not realizing that they were like coming out of the aisle or something, that person would like flinch back. And it's like, okay, calm down. And I was wearing a mask, so. And but then I went to a bigger Walmart's and it was the exact opposite. These people had no boundaries. They weren't caring about, social distancing. There was like one main door open. They were herding us through like cattle. And on the way out, everybody was backing up at the doorway because it was raining. So everybody's backing up at the doorway. So we're all clustered together. And it was like, well, this isn't what they were talking about when they said distancing. Whereas in another store I went to, they were like, they had the stickers down. You stand here. Here, you stand here. And if someone didn't do that, they were like, stickers. You need to move back. There's stickers on the floor. You need to move back. Just move back. No, the stickers. Stickers. Move back. So it's like, okay. All right. So it's like some are taking it very seriously. Some aren't taking it seriously at all. I mean, I went to the little store just the other day because I had to go. And My friend and I, she had to get some stuff too. We were really the only two in there that had masks on. The employees didn't even have them on. They had gloves on, did not have masks. They had that lovely little sneeze guard across the cash register where, it's between you and the cashier and you just slide your stuff under. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. All right, whatever. But yeah, so it was definitely interesting. It's been weird, and I don't know. I've already put edging on 2 blankets this month. This month. Um, I am on the verge of finishing a blanket. I've got so many skeins of yarn into this blanket. I have no idea how big this damn thing is going to be by the time I finish. It's definitely going to be finished this month. I've realized that when I was looking at it last night, I was like, this thing is getting kind of big and it's getting kind of heavy too. It's kind of giving a weighted blanket. It's a run for its money. It's getting that big, but it's all crocheted, and it's crocheted and it's striped. So it's like, blues and grays and blacks and whites. The craziest color scheme you've ever seen in your life. But I started it out with like random yarn I had left. So I was like, just keep it going. And so I realized last night that I think it might be done, almost done. So I've got like 2 more skeins of yarn to put on it. And then I'm thinking about putting the other one around it. I don't know. We'll see how that works. But yeah, so this should be interesting. Thing weighs a small ton. So yeah, I've done edging on 2 blankets. Almost finished the one crocheted one. I've got like 2 big skeins of yarn and 1 small skein of yarn to do on it, and then I'm done. And I've got a pair of needlepoint pillowcases to do for my friend's birthday in July. So got plenty of time on that. Um, and then next month, I'm sitting here trying already to figure out what I'm going to do next month to keep myself occupied. So it's like, I guess I could start another blanket. Just what color do I want to do this time? So I'm seriously thinking about just getting the wildest color yarn they have, and just doing a blanket out of that. And just getting as big a one as I can make, and just doing it all in one color this time, instead of like these random colors. So actually planning it out ahead of time. I know, totally unlike me, but yeah. So, and then maybe another pair of needlepoint somethings, pillowcases, or a little lap quilt or something. By the time this thing is over, I'm gonna have blankets coming out my ears. I'm seriously thinking about starting to make my friends scarves for the winter. I know it's April. I realize that, but plan ahead. I've got friends on Instagram, and I'm just like, I could make all of the SBN fandom that I'm friends with. I could make them all scarves, maybe with some supernatural thing on there. So yeah, we'll see what I can do. But I don't know about that. We'll see. But but yeah, when you start planning out for your next month, the month ahead, because you're so worried about being bored. See, I've got 3 more Zen Bee bars to do reviews on. Those are on the Instagram channel, by the way. And that is like an organic vegetable bar. I've got 3 more of those to do. I've got the hand cleanser thing. I've got a CBD, or it's a hemp oil for your skin, and you can use it on your hair and everything. So I've got to want to do a review on that, and I've got another energy drink that I'm going to do a review on. So, and FYI, some of their energy reviews, some of the reviews for the energy drinks are on the YouTube channel, but some of them are on the Instagram channel. So if you want to see the other Raz energy drink reviews, head on over to the Instagram channel. So yeah, that's interesting. So that's honestly about it. Oh no, I take it back. I'm doing already planning out some reviews for some new Yes Sipping soups, which are very popular. I don't know why the Yes Sipping soups are so popular, but they're very popular on YouTube. Go figure. So doing that, and that's about it. So I'm just doing the best I can to keep myself occupied, you know. And it's like I know all these things I need to do. Just like I want to. Crazy thing, I'm hoping next month I can get some paint because I'm wanting to paint the front of the house, not the whole front of the house. This front of the house, I'm wanting to paint it and see if I like it. That sounds crazy when I say it out loud, but it's like I want to get the color scheme I want, and then I want to paint it and see if I like it. And if I do, then hey, move on to the rest of the house. But if not, then hey, it's pretty under here, So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. So yeah, just trying to figure out anything. I still need to finish cleaning the front of the house, and I have the stuff to do it. I just don't have the desire to do it. It's like it's early in the month. We'll save that for later in the month when it stops raining. I also need to fix the roof on the porch. So, and finish cleaning the porch because I have my keep pile that I haven't gone through yet. I've gotten rid of most of everything on here that was junk, that I didn't want. So now I've got my keep pile and I'm like, what the hell do I do with all this stuff? A large portion of it, I will say this, a large portion of it is going to Goodwill. But obviously, quarantine, I can't take it now, So, I can't do anything with it now. So it's like, and I'm also wanting to buy a record player, which is very random, just random. But I found a little one for like $29.99 on Walmart, and I found a whole bunch of 45s when I was cleaning the front porch. Didn't realize I had this big wooden box, and I didn't realize it was full of 45s. So now I've got all these 45s, and I'm like, I'm gonna listen to records while I do yard work. That seems like a fun thing to do. Just put on some old records when I'm doing yard work and just listening to them. So we'll see how that works. But for right now, that's it. Next month, I'm thinking about maybe doing some ASMR videos. I have a weird thing about floral foam. I really love floral foam. Love it so much. So yeah, thinking about doing that. So we'll see. Gym chalk. Love gym chalk. So I'm thinking about just trying some of this out and seeing, how it works and how if I like it, and maybe throwing them into the rotation, at least a few videos every month, of ASMR stuff. So I'm debating if I want to try with glitter, because you know how glitter is. You get it, it will be everywhere. I will have everything covered in glitter, but I'm like, do I care? I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe I'll put glitter. If you want to see them with glitter, then put it in the comments. But I don't know about that. I haven't decided. And I've been wanting to get back out in the yard, but it keeps raining. And, can't really do much in the yard when it's wet. Especially not me, because my yard equipment is all electric. I know. Thinking ahead. But it's easier for me to deal with the electric stuff. But yeah, no, I can't get out into the yard and do much of anything because it's wet. So I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and hoping that it dries up a little bit at some point. And there's so many different plans of what I want to do. Yeah. I'm going to be one of those weirdos. I want to put in a garden, but I also want to put in a laundry thing to hang laundry out in the yard. It's like if I'm going to be out here doing yard work, I want to be able to do my laundry, then do the yard work around it while it dries. So, which makes sense, But so it's all these different things I want to do, and I don't know. Eventually, I will get them all done. But money's tight, so you do what you can as it goes. So But I found one that's it's called an inverted umbrella laundry line. And it's basically just on a pole, you stick it down in the ground, and it's a circle, and you just hang your clothes up. Which, I'm cool with. So, um, and it will take up less space than a regular conventional laundry line because I don't want a conventional one. So yeah, I want to do that. And of course, get the washer dealt with and everything like that. But during the summer, I don't want to have to turn the dryer on. It takes up too much electricity and it gets the house too hot. So yeah. But that's the goal. That is the goal. Now, will I manage the goal? Sometime before the end of the summer? That I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I suppose if the stimulus checks actually show up, then I will. So, who knows? Technically, I should probably buy a car with the stimulus check, but I don't want to. I'd rather get the washer dealt with and put a laundry line up and buy fencing to fix the fencing for the yard. So yeah, I'd rather do that. Oh well, I'd rather put in a garden too. And I need to chop down trees and oh god, the list is just never ending. And then I'm like, once I chop down the tree, what the hell am I going to do with it? I was like, then I've got this big tree that I've got to chop into pieces, and now I've got to do something with the pieces. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do with the pieces? So then I'm going to have to start burning. Whether I want to or not, I'm going to have to. And although some of the pieces I'm thinking about reusing them and making them into a natural planter. So I'm thinking about cutting them down and using them to make a natural planter, using like stakes and putting 2 stakes like this, and then putting the tree limbs in between the stakes to hold them up, and then just filling that with like potting soil. It's a thought, because Lord knows I've got plenty of trees to chop down, so it's definitely a thought. So we'll see how that works, but that's still a ways down the road. So, because I can't do anything until the weather settles down. If the weather settles down. And then I'm going to have to till up the ground and finish clearing the spot for the laundry and for the garden. And yeah, so that's fun. Trees got to be chopped down. It's just never ending. It really is never ending. So I don't know. Honestly, think the only thing that's getting me through this is keeping busy and watching vlogs. I do love a good vlog. I do. Vlogs, ASMR videos. Wet floral foam is my favorite. Don't ask me why. I don't understand. Wet floral foam and burned floral foam. Oh, and frozen floral foam. I am weird. Those are my favorites. I just love them. I don't get it. I don't understand it either. It is how it is. So. But yeah. So it's just, I don't know. The weather's weird. The weather really is weird though. What are you eating? Is that a bug? Are you eating a bug? Gracie's eating a bug. Are you eating a bug? Is that what you're doing? Are you eating a bug? What did that bug ever do to you? She has no desire to be off the porch right now. She did her perimeter check, and now she's like, okay, I'll just be napping on the porch. So, yes, is that it? You just want to nap on the porch? You got schmutz in your eye, too. Let me clean your eye. Hates having her eyes cleaned. I come at her with a wet wipe or a wet washcloth to clean her face, and she about loses it. She's just like, nope, I'm done. I'm out. Bye. Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know, crazy days. I have a very boring life. Even without quarantine stuff, I have a very boring life. The goal is to eventually get everything gutted, house, and then housewise, and then once that is all done, get a big dumpster and load all the stuff because I'm just stacking it up right now. And to load all the stuff, take the stack from there and later on towards the end of the year and move it all into a dumpster and just get rid of it all in one fell swoop. Will that actually happen? I have no clue. None at all. Not even a little bit. Just none at all. So, yeah, I really just don't. I've got trees that need to be cut back, trees that need to be cut down. The bees built a hive on the back end of the house. I was like, oh, that's fun. That's awesome. That's great. That's lovely. Mm. Trying to build up subscribers on the YouTube, trying to build up followers on the Instagram, trying to update everything. And for some odd reason, there's some page on Instagram that keeps sending me stuff about porn addiction. And working through it, I'm like, this is totally not a problem I have. You know, why why? So I've asked them to very politely not send me any more stuff about porn addiction. You know, I wish them the best of luck. I'm happy that they're trying to help people through religion, work it out their porn addiction issues. But I'm like, it's not something I have to deal with, and I'm not posting that on the stories. I posted it once just to be nice and said if anybody wanted information to let me know, and I'd send them the page information, but I'm not doing it again. And then on top of that, the catfishers or the trolls, whatever you want to call them, have been coming out of the woodwork. I normally accept requests on the Instagram from pretty much everybody for messages, just for the simple fact that it's a public Instagram. You know, this is me trying to make this into a money making business. It's a business right now, but it's not a money making business. So you know, this is me trying to change it into a money making business. And I've got all these people going, "Hi there, you're cute," and I'm just like, "You're no, I'm just not interested." And they don't want to listen. You know, I told one of them, you know, this is a business for me. This isn't a dating thing. So, do you have questions about social media? Do you have questions about YouTube? You know, do you have questions about any of the videos? You know, I'm happy to answer those, but it's like, you know, anything else is like, no, we're not doing that. We're just not. So, you know, I don't know. I really don't. But I've got 2 requests waiting, and I'm just like, nope, not doing it. And I got another one that I made the bad mistake